Just a note, Blue. Camera's not on, so I can't tell if you mean to go live yet or not.
Oh. I even held up my finger and everything. But we're good. We're good. I forgot that
You're like, why isn't he going?
I forgot that my camera had turned itself off. But yes. Amazingly though, because you literally timed it to, I went 10 wave finger and then you went blue and I was like go.
Hello everyone. And welcome to tonight's speedrun of Plight of Princes, because we're worried in case Blue crashes again. Hopefully not. We'll see how it goes.
Jinx it!
I'm touching wood.
We'll just do it before all the Brits melt into a puddle is probably a better way to phrase it.
Yeah.
We're just gonna get colder because it's gonna get... yeah, whatever.
Come at me, gods of fate, I'll take you all on.
Nemo, no.
You.
They're not having a rematch. They know better. So, who would like to tell us what happened last week? Neroyn.
Fuck if I know.
Yeah, who remembers?
Well, last week we didn't play D&D, so...
Yeah, exactly.
Your character has a lot of family friends.
I know we went to town. I know we got to... Actually, I had to get off halfway through the end of the last one.
Yes, you did.
DC did, certainly, but... So I'm not the best for this.
We did some shit and never went up. Not never went up. Fuck. Last game.
Luskin, yeah.
I'm not the best person for
No
this
one
either,
knows what's
apparently.
going on.
This party
No,
is a
yeah, no,
shambles.
very
We
good.
did
Well, last
it!
we left off. I love them, but they will all die.
Give us a break, it's been like, what, 2 months?
A month, at best. Get good.
Almost exactly a month.
So, the party had arrived in the city of Luskin, which had a very distinct and unfortunately characterized divide between the lower class and the upper class, which, given what's happening in the world right now, is just more and more a case of me just saying, just go kill all the rich people, do it. I don't care. It won't affect your alignment, your gods will approve, just kill them all. The party arrived, found themselves to one of the local taverns to stay, and then decided to travel around. Found that there was potential of an execution occurring in the middle of the night. That there was something interesting going to be happening. Excuse me, as I try to not burp up my dinner. That would be great if I didn't. They made their way to the Scribes Academy to deliver something that they had been given by Nezanar. Introductions are had, and as they meet the headmistress. Excuse me. I am slipping over my bed, but I'm fine. Serea, the headmistress of the Scribes Academy, as well as Farthesus, the elven, potentially apprentice to her. Please tell me you can't hear them.
We can.
We can, but it's fine.
It's fine, I don't mind.
Yeah,
I
that's
will
fine.
kill
Yeah.
every
Just carry
single
on.
one of them.
It's the rough and tumble busy streets of Luskin.
We literally like.
It's a playground for the school.
It's
This
perfect.
sound.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's ambience.
It's a playground for the school.
Did you hear? I'll fucking kill you. Yeah, that's a playground.
Oh yeah. It's exactly
Oh.
what stay on the playground. Yeah.
I mean, when's the last time you've been playground? That sounds about right.
Sounds like Luskin to me.
Anyway, they went to the Scribes Academy, and at the Scribes Academy, they were told they could stay for the night if they'd like. They'd have breakfast in the morning. Friends of Neznar's would be friends of the headmistress. Does everyone want to have an opinion as I do this? Okay. She's downstairs starting too. As if you throw me. Shit.
Luskin?
After a portion of resting, got up in the morning, with nothing bad happening in the middle of the night at all to anyone, no issues whatsoever. Nobody woke up in a pool with their own blood. Lunara. And went down and had sausage, rashers and bacon out. And every single student in the whole school was just right at you. Let's fucking over. It's the most interesting fuckers to come in at least 4 months.
Tasks.
From there, you made your way to the market, and when you went to the market, the lady in red made an appearance and had a polite conversation with most of you. Some of you distinctly avoided her. But what would be a slight... What would be the best way to say this? Crippling curse was removed, and suggestions were given to a young master loyalty to make his way northwards to find 3 people who may be able to help him. An apple was tossed towards Kika, and as she looked down, put her hands at it, and looked back up, the lady in red was gone. And that's where we ended the session. So, what do you like to do?
Eat
We've
my
got a
apple.
little. We're meant to be leaving Luskin this morning, right? If I remember
Okay.
correctly.
Yeah, we were basically grabbing supplies.
Grabbing the last
As
couple of
everything
bits.
was
Yeah.
good, we were good to leave.
We had very specific instructions of how to leave the city.
Yes, I don't remember what they were, but yes.
Probably important.
I've got them somewhere.
I actually don't remember that we were given instructions of how to leave. So that's.
I'm glad someone did.
I know that some people.
Meet
I blame my character's negative intelligence, not my negative intelligence.
I know that
meet by a specific gate.
Yeah, it was
Recommends we go
specifically
through the
good.
northern gate.
There you go.
There we
It's
go.
in the same bit where they
I
told us who
was
we
actually
can
about to say that. It was
Just gonna
Sorry.
text Curls' dad to give her a cookie because she remembered.
Takes Kelsey's dad to
I
throw a
didn't
Jaffa
remember. I
cake.
wrote it down.
Throw a Jaffa
You
cake
took
at
notes.
Charles.
I remember that part of actually having to go through the northern.
I know that some
Anyway.
people in the party wanted to have a little look around the market today.
Text
Yeah.
Neroyn's dog to throw him a
Yeah.
biscuit.
Both Munara and
Right.
Serenus want to find fuck, I forgot the word. Therapy animals.
A dog?
No, therapy animals. That's what they are.
No.
But yeah,
Wasn't
King was
Serenus?
looking into.
Was it?
King was going to look into
King
getting
was-
some guard dogs.
Yeah.
Alright, it's recording.
Okay, Wettig is dead.
Cool.
wait, everyone, mute mics, guys. We're starting. We're starting, guys. Come on.
Clear the mics. Shh.
Okay. I am working with children. Some of these people hold down jobs that affect the entire economy.
Hello.
Don't ask me why.
We're on attempt number 2 because I blue
Electric
screened again.
Boogaloo.
I draw pictures and get paid for it. Yeah.
I mean, we are actually starting to record now.
Right.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
have
yeah.
started, thanks, guys. So,
I mean,
we
I
have
saw it when we started.
left. We have left
No.
the maids at the Scribes Academy with 100 gold, apparently, so that they can snort coke off of hookers' asses if they so chose.
Yeah.
You
that's
basically
their
left
money.
them. You basically left them the equivalent of 10 grand. I hope you realize that.
Is that all?
No, that doesn't mean you
Much
get to
more
send
than
more.
100 gold.
Stop it. So, if I'm correct, do you still want to then, King, look for...
The guard dogs aren't
guard
really
dog.
necessary if they're going to be safe.
Okay. So, if you don't want a guard dog, then, Runara, do you still want a dog?
Yes.
And I know Serenus is looking for a pet. So, which one of you two would like to roll an investigation check?
Serenus would.
Serenus, roll an investigation
With
check with
guidance.
advantage.
With guidance.
What? Say that. The
Roll-
second one, I didn't hear you there, Das.
Roll an investigation check with
With
advantage.
advantage.
And you got
Advantage.
guidance from me, so a D4 on top of it.
Are we rolling dice? Is this really happening?
We might actually be playing D&D.
It's just D&D.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun,
Well,
dun, dun,
shopping, I wouldn't mind looking for a nice coat.
Make your own
I'm with
investigation
King.
check. Okay, you two make your investigation check. One of you, just let King roll with advantage.
Yeah,
I love your
King,
posy,
roll.
but it's a wizard.
I'm coming with you.
By
If
winter
I roll
clothes.
well, I'd like Frog
Oh,
to find the
wizards.
coat for me.
By winter clothes for all of us.
Sorry. So, with that 18 investigation check will go to first. You eventually find that there aren't many people who are selling pets here. There are some things that are more exotic, but they're things like parrots and monkeys that come from jungles, which you shouldn't be taking to the fucking north, because they'll die. And no, I'm not letting you put a little monkey in a little Russian fucking IKEA jacket.
Hot Springs Monkey.
Is the so?
But I will say, whilst you cannot find people to say buy certain pets from, as you're going around the market, you do eventually find on, like, say, just in like the corner of one of the alleys, you just begin hearing like some soft like mewling noises, and you see in a little cardboard box that has been weathered for maybe like a day or two. You look in and there is, roll a d4.
Oh, let me do it. Oh, it's one each. Oh, it's meant to be.
Literally meant to be.
Oh.
You see two little puppies,
Oh,
and the box does have a take, give a good home. But it has been worn to hell, and the puppies look a little bit malnutritioned.
I'm gonna try and pick both of them. I'm just gonna pick one up at a time and just can I check it to make sure I don't see any like issues on them.
I'd say make an animal handling check first, just so you don't terrify the puppers.
I want to pick up the other one.
Advantage or normal?
Straight rolls, two animal handling checks.
I'm going to do guidance on my one.
You were destined to roll a 10, Ollie.
Wow.
I got a 13.
The 13. Well, they're puppies, the DC isn't high. And what you realize is they're so young, they're still blind.
Oh,
They're this little, like, you can tell that they're a mutt, but you currently cannot tell what breeds they're mutts of. They are definitely, their fur looks a lot chubbier than they actually are when you like pick them up. It's one of those things of like, oh, look at the thing that looks like it's very, oh no, my hand's going halfway up the thing. Oh, this little thing is very malnutritioned. But make a medicine check, Ollie. Just to like look them over and just make sure that they're not. They've been out in the cold for a while, and they're pretty starved. They need to be kept warm, and they need to be fed.
I take off my jacket and kind of wrap around the both of them,
Mm-hmm.
try and put some warmth to them, and I'm just going to pick them up. I look around. I see if I can see anyone, just anything.
No?
You guys are coming with me.
wait, no, Cyrus. I want one.
What?
Oh.
You
I
want
want
one?
one. Yeah, give me one.
What you can tell, I will say, is they have the look of like mostly black kind of face to it, and like just underneath the kind of like almost like a bottom beard kind of thing of just like this orange like coloring to them that goes down the chin a little. Just like around the lower side of the muzzle though, and it's.
Oh no, go on. You were still talking. Go on.
And the other, that's one of them. That's mostly black with that. The other one is the inverse. They're orange. They're like this like soft orange all around the face, except for the chin, which is blackened, and down the front of the neck, which is blackened. So they're literally the invert of each other's colors.
They're both so cute.
Serenara. Okay.
Oh, which one do you
I
want?
think it's fair. So, which one would you like? The
Um,
black one or the orange?
I don't know. Dice, can we try and sex them and see which one's male, if they're male or female?
With an 18 medicine check, you can tell that the one that is mostly orange is the female.
I want that one.
Okay, I'm gonna just like with the bundle in my arm, I pick it up for like the scuff of its neck kind of thing, like to try and like hand it off to you. Hand it off into Renara's
Is
hand.
that little thing where it doesn't know how to awoo yet, and it just
give it a big hug, and then just let it be warm next to me.
With your fucking furnace, it is just fallen in. It is just in there, and you can already hear.
And out of elimination, I presume mine is male.
No, yours is female too.
It's female. Okay.
Correct. They'll both be female. Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So, they're too young at the moment. We need to find some kind of milk or something for them. Like they're not going to be able to eat solid stuff. So, if we can find a pet owner, like a pet store or something, might have
buy some milk
to feed these.
Right.
I think I saw some when I was walking through the market.
You'll definitely find somewhere where you can more or less find the equivalent of a bottle or two or a few, and you guys essentially clear out a market stall of the milk it has for most of the day. Probably come up to maybe about 30 silver all in all, because pittance.
I pay for all of it there. 30 silver. Oh.
Done.
Aww.
Smack it down. Everyone needs serotonin. Me, baby puppies. Enjoy the puppies. Look at their cute faces. They just want screeches.
Do I at the stores and stuff like that, store like that? I presume where the milk was as well, but like there's like they sell pets stuff like that. Is there any weird thing to say about any accessories? Like, are they say collars or anything like that? Or something?
You're mostly just like finding milk in general, like just people who have like goat's milk or cow milk for sale, not like milk for dogs or anything like that. And you just literally went over to somewhere where you found somewhere in the market where they do sell bottles, so like the equivalent that you'd use for a baby. And there isn't really the technology to do it where you could give dogs, the kind that would be for their own supplement.
Yeah.
But it's the next best thing you're gonna get.
Okay.
They're probably too small for collars, anyway.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they're gonna grow fucking quickly.
I'm gonna sit down somewhere and like take a bit and then try and feed my dog a bit of the milk from the thing.
Just like begin hearing it, like after like a moment or two, it like encounters the front of the bottle, and as you're trying to feed it, it just like latches on and just like,
I suppose also feed my puppy.
You feed your puppies, King and Posey. You're getting jackets.
Yes. A
Yeah,
pro
just
tip from one
something-
road player to another: good berries can be fed to anything, regardless.
You're not wrong, and it counts as a meal for a day.
They are
Yep, even
babies.
obligate carnivores.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you feed it to; it'll count as a full meal. Which is hilarious when you encounter something which goes, "I am forever hungry." Goodberry. What the fuck? Next session, I kill the puppies.
I quit D&D. I quit
You
D&D
wouldn't.
forever.
I couldn't. It's puppies. I wouldn't be able. I would.
You don't have the heart.
How to make your party murder hobos 101.
Yeah,
to
pretty much.
Yeah, honestly.
How to go from lawful good to chaotic evil in one
Look,
session.
I'm not gonna lie. If somebody killed a dog in front of Thane, I don't care who you are. You're getting it.
John Wick on them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, I've got a god in my side. She definitely like puppies. Tenros's voice to the thunder. Fuck them up. Anyway. You guys are getting jackets. That was a 22 investigation from you. Very nice. So you two go off together into the markets, and you're not able to find anything for, like, say, really nice. Like, are you looking for nice jackets? Are you looking for functional jackets? Are you looking for, I don't want to be cold off my ass?
Mostly don't want to be
Yeah,
cold.
Yeah, honestly, not freezing, I think, is the priority.
Okay. You're not going to be able to find it in the stalls, but when you go into the actual, like, shops in regards to the permanent buildings, you eventually find, and maybe about 10, 20 minutes it takes you. All the puppy stuff happened in this time, by the way. It takes you that time to find somewhere that does sell jackets, and, like, very heavy down to the back of the calf, back of the, calf, jackets that are heavy leather. And anyone who's worn heavy leather in real life knows if water gets on the front of that, it's not getting in unless you literally jump in a pool. Very thick, with inlined fur across it, but they aren't cheap because there's a lot of effort in these for what they are. A jacket is 5 gold. But it is like enough of... It would also come with, say, the hats, the gloves, everything you need for going north. It's basically going to count as your winter gear, but it's going to cost 5 gold.
That's convenient because that's exactly how much I have.
I ship in like 20.
Okay.
20 gold.
Then
I
that
have
would
exactly
be
5
for...
for my jacket, not for everyone.
Yeah, I chip in 20 gold for, so I buy jackets for 4 people.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. I need one of them.
So we currently have 5 jackets covered for
I'll
everyone.
cover my own, because I won't need something as thick, but I still need something.
Have you ever seen metal get cold and snap? You
Do you
better
remember
keep...
that? Do you remember that bit in Full Metal Alchemist?
You better keep warm, motherfucker, I'm just gonna say.
Krauser does.
I've tried to work metal when it's cold, it's a bitch.
No performing alchemy around the puppies.
I will literally make a god kill you. Don't do that. Don't even think about what Nemo just mentioned. I will literally have a Tarask show up and you're done. Solely for your ass.
And we'll actually give a little bit more gold if we can get like a winter blanket for like a puppy for the puppies to go in, like a little.
You don't know that there are puppies yet.
I thought this was all happening at the same time.
It is, yes, but they've gone off to do that while you've gone off a different direction.
Fine, fuck me for trying to look after the puppies.
You could just
It's fine,
get
we
a
can
bunch
keep
of blankets.
them in our coats.
I will say this, you could just get a bunch of blankets, that works. Just not necessarily for the puppies yet.
God,
But-
blankets.
At their current size, I can probably just have them nap in my torso.
No.
Ugh.
They will gnaw. They will gnaw. They are
Ew.
puppies.
Oh, I feel a little itching on my heart. Oh wait,
Teething
this is
on the
puppy.
rib cage.
Yeah, they would tease on that. Anyone here who has had puppies, it is like needle teeth that are just... Your fingers are ruined now, but you don't take your fingers away.
Like,
I
leather.
will say that Lo will be sticking to Renara like glue, so he'd be where the puppies are rather than where the coats
I
are.
wanna be where the puppies are.
Don't we all though? Don't we all?
That's my whole life.
Curls retires at the age of 50, just lives on an island with a bunch of dogs.
That's the dream.
That's the dream. That's the fucking dream.
And a wife. That's
Fun
bonus. That's bonus. So, if you want to get like heavy blankets and everything else, another 3 gold. Just for like yourselves and for reasonability, just another 3 gold and it's like a blanket each. Because it's easy to do fabric, it's just one big heavy piece. Whereas like the jackets, it's all like inlaid sewed, so it takes more gold and effort. So, cover all that and you should be good.
Can I misclick?
Every time one of you misclicks, I just picture you just go, whoops, sorry, didn't mean to cast that. I was just fidgeting with my hands and just, whoops.
Oh,
Karate
misclick.
dude.
Misclick. Sorry.
You have a puppy in your hand. Are you sure you want to do that?
I'm not joking. I'm joking. It was a joke, guys. Oh, it's a good damage roll as well.
I fucked up that puppy.
Oh, please no.
But you to warm up. Fireball.
Fuck.
God.
Oh,
No.
it's crispy.
Retreat, retreat, no.
This is
One cri-
standing.
One crispy boy.
Jesus.
But yeah,
No.
I was looking at prestidigitation, and yeah, you can, due to clever advice, you can actually warm 1 cubic meter of non-living material. So
Oh,
you
so
can
you could
warm
make a
up
warm
the-
blanket.
yeah, I can put the blanket into a tumble dryer.
We can have electric blankets.
Have this hot water bottle.
This whole campaign is now just how do we carefully rear these puppies as a party.
Screw saving the world. This is now Dog Simulator.
End of the campaign. Vlakith is standing there in all full power. Here comes 2 Rottweilers, swords in mouth.
No, one's got a shield.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yes. Yes. Cool. Well, now we know what we're naming them.
Oh god.
Yes.
It's
Really?
not- No. I'm not doing names yet. We'll get there.
Tangent.
Zamazanti's such a cool name, though.
When I did that Pokemon / Digimon / Yu-Gi-Oh / whatever the fuck one shot.
That was good.
Imagine my Rottweiler running along with my spiritual weapon, like fire coming off of it. Oh. Okay, carry on.
Stop!
Continue the game, please.
What's worse is that's not too far off of their patterns in regards to the black and the brown.
Yeah.
Just the other secondary colors be inverted. Okay. Right! Okay, so you've gotten your jackets, you've gotten your puppies. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
If I recall, we did already restock on like
Yes.
general
Yeah, we did
rations and
supplies.
things.
I bought some bolts. Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
Like,
I don't know if everyone
generic stuff.
minus the group amount. It was what, 7 gold each. 7 gold each for ration.
Yeah, I already have.
Which I wrote in chat, but I can't remember if I minus it or not from my gold.
That's what they look like.
I'm assuming I did. Oh, so cute.
Also,
Welcome
fuck you,
to
Blue.
Destiny.
I was about to say fuck Spook, but then I realized that was you.
So cute.
Oh my god! Please tell me we just got like a pair of Leon burgers.
No, they're well, they're mutts, but
They're mutts.
there's Rottweiler in there.
No time traveling with the puppies. We don't want to repeat a Futurama.
Okay.
I don't even have to threaten these puppies. You're doing it, you fucking hell!
We are going to go to the gate where we were being told to go to. Which gate that was, I don't know.
The north.
Northern gate.
Northern
Well,
Gate
then.
to me.
Thank
Thank you, everybody who's not K.
Thank you everyone for your average to good intelligence scores.
And scene. Okay. You make your way to the stables. As you did pass through the market, you found that the prisoners' carnival, where there had been the incident the previous night, where several gang members had killed each other. You can already see that there are carrion just picking at them. The bodies haven't been moved, or the bodies haven't been treated at all. These just large, like like you're used to the size of a crow, and ravens are just literally like, oh, squared, just chunk. More or less that. Just all picking at it, there's rodents eating at it. Well, the few bodies that are there, because there's a few. Make your way through, you pass the Scribes Academy as you go, and you leave the maids there. And as you all arrive from your varying points, Runara and Serenus and Loyalty arrive with puppies.
Oh my god, guys! Look what we found.
We found them down a back alley in a box, abandoned. We've been able to get some food for them, some warmth, but yeah, I think it's best, like, we take them on and try and make sure we're all right.
Beep.
Serenus, I love you. But as you described that blues high pitched note, the spook just came in with the fuck?
Enderman over there.
Babies!
We need to think of a name for
Don't
them.
do that, it's too hot to shut the door. Nope. Nope. Refuse, it is far too warm.
Okay.
I'm just like, to Widdix, like, we're going to end up looking after them, don't you?
More than likely.
It's a bad thing. What?
Yes, have the robot take care of these creatures. Yes.
You're made
You got like
primarily,
you
you're
got
made
like a
primarily of
heating
wood, aren't you?
function.
You both went at the same time there. Nemo, go first, then
Sorry.
Lo.
Yep, front first.
Alright, ladies first.
You've got like a heating function in there, right? You know the
You
The
mean
furnace thing?
this light in my chest? Yes. There's a small candle,
Yeah.
but it does not produce much heat. It just
Well,
doesn't go
I
out.
mean-
That's it.
You know what? Never mind. I thought that maybe you could help the little ones because they're very, very cold. Like the ice cold.
We can go back and get some blankets.
I mean, I have a blanket in my bag, like here.
You did get blankets. I did.
That too.
So we'll be
I
alright.
realized I was an asshole, Blue, and you got blankets.
I will subtract an amount of money.
2 gold.
Go.
You're
Um,
primarily made of wood. Make sure they don't mistake you for a tree.
Keep an eye. Don't you worry, King.
Mind you, I often disguise myself as a partially wooden being, so I'll have the same issue.
We'll just train
So,
them.
I'll
We'll just train them.
I'll keep 2 eyes. I'll keep 2 eyes.
I realise my tone is somewhat lacking, but please be aware that I am overly ecstatic that we have the cute puppers.
King, do you
Good to
want
know.
to hold one?
My good arm.
Just hold out a papa.
Kiss on the forehead.
It makes a slight protest at being moved away from the really warm chest to now being just handed over to ice.
I hand it back over soon. Have you
It's
named
great.
it yet?
No, not yet. I've already had it for like 10 minutes.
You don't rush these things. Names are important.
Names are important.
I've been trying
Personally,
to
I
think
would
of
name
something.
it Cheddar.
Fine.
Bonus points to anyone who gets that reference.
Cheddar. Oh,
Gotta think about it.
so
I think-
that's why he ended up on Instagram's chonkiest boys.
I've been trying to think of a name for this one while I now walk over.
Serenus. We could call them one of them cheese and one of them crackers. So it could be cheese and crackers.
Oh
I was thinking of something possibly like a Vi. Which is in
Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Don't rush it.
It's not.
Don't rush it.
I'm only thinking of names. It's just it's joy in Elvish.
Shall we think of the road?
Let's think on the road. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Let's make use of the daylight we have.
Yeah.
As you make your way to your own cart and to where Foss is already, preparing to leave, there's another figure who is with a big heavy brown cloak sat right next to Floss on his side of his cart. They're not looking or addressing any of you, but they're just keeping their hands interlocked in their sleeves, and they're just keeping their head low. And he just looks over towards you as you arrive. Oh, good, you're all finally here.
Sorry, we got distracted.
Okay, you're forgiven because you have babies.
Yeah, that's why they got distracted.
It is a very fair reason to be distracted because babies. Did you bring the blankets for the babies?
Yes.
Good. You are procrastinators, but you are reliable ones. I appreciate this. Alright, so we are ready to do the moving on, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect, because I cannot stay here for more than 20 more minutes for legal reasons. Let's go.
Okay.
And he just... Stampy just starts... Passes the northern gate. You all are on your carts with your donkeys and your... wow, my throat's going. With your donkeys and your puppies. Your traveling zoo. Small petting zoo currently.
No.
You just need a grumpy chicken and you're sorted. You're making your way, and you are still, if I'm correct, on the world map.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you're going to begin traveling the northern means towards Bryn Shandar's where he's asked you to go, which would take you past Hundlestone, but you'd have to go west to continue along the trail to the Iron Masters in order to find your relic. But that's still a few days' travel.
Yeah, that's what we have to talk about. Well, what to do when we get to that point.
It's about 2.5 days, 3 days.
Will you still be joining us, Loyalty?
I mean, I don't know. Is the truth of that?
We'll let you play
I
the
mean,
puppets.
You saw through the last activity to its end. Be sure if you start another path that you see it to its conclusion.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is that I don't think there is another path, if you get my drift. I meant what I said at the school. I don't have anyone else other than you know who and you know the other who, and yeah. But I don't even know if the other who is a who.
We're more than happy
I
to
mean,
have you with us.
I
you want as
appreciate
well.
that. I appreciate that. Look. I mean, how comfortable would you folks be if we took like a little detour? You know, like west.
Currently traveling with the merchant under contract. If
How
this is
far-
something we
I
need to
mean-
pursue, we should discuss it now before we get too far away from the city.
I mean, it's. Truth be told, I don't know how long it would be. Frankly, it kind of scares me. But I feel as if I have to go.
Do you know?
So,
Do you know where it's? Do you have an idea of how far away from our path we're going it would be?
oh, She mentioned a river, and then west once we cross the river to the wood. So it's on the way.
That's not going to be too much of a detour then. We're going to cross the river at some point.
Exactly.
Maybe when we cross the river, we'll camp out for the night and then take a little excursion toward this location. Or
We should discuss this with our employer. Perhaps we shall only escort him partway.
well, no, we can escort him in if he can just hold off for like a few hours. Then we can come back and escort him the rest of the way. We don't want to cut out on what we promised to do.
Yeah.
We'll just have to find a
We
way
do
around
not,
it. That's
but
all.
at the same point,
If
I do
it
not.
bothers him, we can always come back once we've gotten to where he wants to go.
Yeah, we'll speak to him.
I
when
also
we-
want to give him
tonight.
the opportunity to our payment to reflect extracurricular activities. That is to say, that if we are doing other things rather than escort him, the payment should reflect less.
I mean, if it's easier, I can just go on my own.
No.
Don't.
That is
Okay.
not recommended.
Okay.
Maybe when we camp out tonight, we can have a discussion with us and work out a plan of action.
Okay. Tail's just thrashing. Okay.
Do not
Cool.
distress so much. I shall tell you a joke to
Cool.
calm your nerves.
Cool. I like your jokes. Yeah. I'm never entirely sure if they are jokes.
Well, I was
That's what makes them good.
I was shopping earlier and I saw a belt made of platinum coins. It was a waste
Yeah,
of
shiny,
money.
yeah.
It was a waste of money.
Nice. Cost
I
an
heard
arm and
that
the leg,
from
though.
over here, but that I'm bleeding from the nose now.
Well, it's not just a waste of money; it's an arm and a leg as well, man. Cool.
This shit.
Cool. Lo sort of adjusts himself, sitting on the cart, and then the tail is just shunk onto one of the sides of the cart. Like, okay, we're good. Cool.
It's one of those moments like,
Cool.
how can you tell he's stressed? He's sitting 2 inches from the couch.
Every now and
What are
again,
you
he's sort
doing
of
here?
doing a sign.
Alex, don't calm you. I don't know what will.
Yeah, I was also kind of wondering why there was a giant king on the map.
It's not a chessboard.
It's king. It's king.
Legacy killing king. Queen takes king.
Oh, well, technically, you can't take the king. Oh.
Shut up, nerd!
Shut up, pawn. You're a rook at best.
So my inner chess
Meanwhile-
club, my inner chess club nerd came out there. Sorry, guys.
Meanwhile, Lo
Chess
is
club.
Yeah, I was in a chess club.
Love
Shut up.
Yeah.
Of
I went to
course
che-
he was in a chess club.
I went
That's
to
the
chess
fucker that
tournaments.
cheated. The
Get
moment
out
you
of
turned
here.
away, a piece was gone.
No, I was good at chess. I went to tournaments and everything, guys. Come on.
Too bad you're still
Lo
playing
is
checkers.
sitting.
Hey!
Go on ahead, honey.
Meanwhile, as Lo has basically attached himself like a limpet, basically a seatbelt on the back of the cart, he's every now and again he's shooting a glance over to Renara, checking if she's okay, and then back, worrying.
Focusing on the puppy.
Just there stroking the puppy's little head.
Like, good evening, Mr. Lowe. I've been expecting you.
This little.
Probably a decent reference.
I'm just glad that he hasn't fallen apart.
Of course he didn't. You made him.
Anyway,
The only reason your dolls fall apart is because you keep putting them in the wash.
anymore?
I used to.
100.
I know.
So, you're making your way. Foss is having a quiet conversation with their travel companion. The day goes relatively easy, without much issue. You find yourself having more or less... most you pass were a few hunters coming back from a day's work. People who had hunted away from town, coming back with a cart with a stag leaned over the side, the throat slit, and there is the trail of blood. Because anyone here who knows hunting knows you have to slit the throat before you bring it back, because blood stagnates messily.
Thanks for
No
sharing.
gulps. No gulps. And then just puts a blanket over the head. Okay.
You guys make your way to camp. You rest up for your night. What do you want to do? Are you going to chill out at the campfire? Are you going to perform spells? Are you going to do things? What are you doing?
I'm going to feed my mutt again. Make sure they're doing okay. Just check them over and stuff. And yeah, sit by the fire.
Runara and Serenus. Animal handling checks, and if you want to make a medicine to make sure the puppers are doing okay.
I'll do that for me with guidance as well for mine.
Go ahead.
Yes.
I will love this dog.
I mean, guidance on one, I guess. So yes. We'll say on the medicines, we'll make it a 30 medicine check and a 20, nat 20.
This puppy will live.
Are you okay, puppy? You're okay.
Yeah, you were basically just top tier taking care of this little thing. You're not feeding it too much because you know there's a limit, and you are very naturally a warm person, literally. So it is just stuck, like more or less just clung to just like your chest, and it's just like, I know live is good life. And as you're doing that, Serenus, you have pretty much the same effect. You're both taking care of your dogs exceptionally well. Serenus, you're like, oh, is she okay? Is it this? And you end up getting pee on your hands.
Oh, baby.
Because it's a puppy. I don't know what it's doing. You have had the day of incident of dealing with the puppy. It poops a lot. Oh no. So you two have had fun with that for your day. And as you continue to make your journey, you've all just began chilling out at camp. Anyone else doing anything, or is it just puppy hour?
I think everybody's probably looking at the puppies.
Puppies!
Yeah.
I can confirm.
Lo
Do you
would
guys
be
wanna talk
pacing.
first?
Lo would be pacing, sort of going through the lines in his head. Okay. First, this is gonna take some explaining. No, I don't do that. No. Yes, buddy. Hey, we've been. No, don't do that. No.
Prepping himself, basically.
Yeah.
Posey, you were going to say something? No, you're good. Oh, okay. Yeah, so do you attempt to speak to Foss?
Indeed, I do.
Okay. He sat away from you guys, kind of got his own little campfire set up with his traveling companion, quietly talking. This whole time you've not seen their face, you've not seen they're currently wearing gloves to cover their hands. The cloak is basically covering up themselves. They're both just like eating off like some sort of like small soup, more or less, pot, and just spoons up and just small things as you come over. Fosu is just like, leaned over to the side speaking to them, turns back to look up towards you. Yes, Mr. Lowe, what can I do for you?
Hi, sorry to disturb, but could I talk to you about a small detour that I might want to take?
Just the red eyes cross for a minute. It goes, okay. You want to take a detour? What kind of detour would you like to take?
Beyond the river. I've been told that there might be three individuals who I might need to see. So I'm sorry I can't give any more details. I mean, see, my friend, she's a bit vague sometimes. Yeah. So
make a persuasion
but
check.
I mean,
Mr. High Charisma.
Can we hear this conversation?
He's not a quiet person, so I'd say yes. And that works for either one of them. Sometimes the bar needs to be the one talking. You just begin and continue more or less pouring your heart into this kind of thing of understanding what you need to do for him, whilst also having something that you want to check out.
I mean, if it's more convenient for you, I'll just wander over on my own. You won't need to pay me anymore. I mean, it's...
Hey, hang on. It would be very unsensible to just let you wander off on your own. But I'm not exactly going to leave the road to go off on an adventure. Now, how long do you think this would take? You think it might take, half a day? What would it take? Because I'm good on my schedule, reasonably. I'm doing okay on the schedule.
Oh, really? Okay, that's cool. If that's the case, in that case, I shouldn't think it'd take longer than a day, at least.
Well, I tell you what, if you can get me a very good story out of it that I can listen to later, then I won't mind that at all. I'll just park up and I'll wait, shall we say.
Dude, I live for stories. You're fine with me.
I thought you lived for, the breathing and the heart muscle doing the pumpity. That's what do the living. Oh, okay. You're using a thing. Okay. That did not.
Yeah. You'll get a story out of me, my dude.
Oh, I'm sure I will do, my dude.
Yeah, thanks so much for this, Bible.
Also, it's fair to note, I haven't specified this yet, Stampy has been literally wrapped in furs.
Oh.
Just buttons on the insides of all the clothes, just wrapped up. Kind of looks like if you were to picture a Triceratops was also a woolly mammoth. That's what he looks like right now.
Oh.
Just wrapped to heaven. And he's got these little aviator goggles on to keep the blistering wind out of his face. He looks like a nerd, but he's adorable. And weighs about half
He's a warm nerd.
Like all of us, help. Okay.
Thanks, Fast. And Lo then sort of
yes.
very, very politely sort of bows and salutes to his guest before.
Yeah. Okay. Off you go.
Okay, sorry.
You guys all good for the night then? Want to turn in?
Yeah.
Think so? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Me and Whittick will play chess.
On to Rook 8, go fish.
If there is a tree I can get in, I will get in the tree.
There's a convenient plot tree for you to get into that you can plot away at.
Plot tree!
I'm gonna go
Plot
sleep in the tree.
Blue,
Plot
when you
tree!
upload it. Blue, when you upload it. Puppies and plot trees.
Just put them over the screen, just like poof. Oh, I'm sorry, is there somebody sat in your chair?
She's like, how dare you?
Go
This is
sulk.
meant to be my
That is
time.
him.
Sulking.
Eh.
Okay. So, your night passes. Whittick. Hi, buddy.
Alright. Well,
Hey, buddy.
well, now you've done it. Well, no,
Well,
now I
thankfully,
don't
you're the
have
one
cameras
recording,
on the
so
thing,
this
but-
works. So, here's what's going on. Whilst you're playing chess, a few nights ago, you awoke from the effect that the Fae had touched you with. And it was weird. And it's not really left your mind. Was that what people call sleep? Proper sleep? Did you have thoughts in that time? There's slight glimpses of a memory that you don't really have. The effects of a dream. But you...
Yeah, no, I accidentally did. So I'll have to... I muted halfway through it, so...
What?
No,
What?
What?
No, I recorded... I was trying to actually not record the whisper. Because...
It's fine. It's fine.
Whatever.
I mean, how many of Blue's whispers have been put on screen?
None of us watches back anyway. It's just fine.
Don't worry about it.
Everyone, immediately.
Right,
And
it'll be-
besides, more than likely, if Blue is going to be looking back at this later, she can edit it out if needs be.
Look, we're all adults and we've been playing D&D for like 5 years. We know how not to miss a game.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
all know how to not metagame.
Well, yeah,
What?
Yeah. But no, it was also, I had to now freaking set the freaking cameras because Dash pulled me out and went, oh, right, well.
The first thing we stared, we was like, oh, I so hope it doesn't mess with the cameras. But it was like, yes, it will.
Oh, yeah, it definitely did.
Sorry, buddy.
It's good. I got it back now.
Warned you about that before.
Okay,
That's
back
the
in the
joy
room.
of yanking someone out. So, your evening passes, and it's the first night, the first proper night, where it's cold. It's properly cold. And you're beginning to wake up in the morning going, oh, I hate it.
I'm just going to use King's tip of prestidigitation and warming up blankets because,
Yay,
Yeah.
cantrips, free.
Very good idea to do.
Does the cantrip produce flame cause a heat? Is there a heat from produce flame?
No, there's only unless you yeet it at someone and you don't want to warm off by yeeting it, because that is a fire attack.
Okay.
It does provide a light torch, but it's not a heat source, shall we say.
Understood.
It's more of a, ha, fuck it at you.
Lo will cast the prestidigitation on his waistcoat.
Yeah, you cold.
Everyone's got that shit. New former searches.
Suppose you will bundle up and look
I'll cast it on the
unhappy.
puppies and the puppies alone.
I'm going to.
Can't cast it on the puppies specifically.
Because I can only do it one at a time.
You can only cast it on non-living material.
I meant the blankets for the
That's fine.
puppies.
I'm going to put the So I'm gonna fix up like button up my jacket, and I'm going to put the pup like in the top of the jacket, so it's like its head's poking out of my jacket, like ahead of me, like right
No.
there, like on the top of near my neck.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be like bundled up there, and I'm just gonna walk with it.
Everyone's seen the picture online where the woman is just like doing this, and there's just a cat.
Yeah.
Basically.
It says at the bottom prestidigitation you can have 3 effects active, so Kika's just like one for me, one for puppy, one for other puppy. There we go.
I've got the blanket around me in like a cradle sort of thing with a puppy like tucked
A
in.
papoose!
If that's the word for it.
A papoose!
I'll cast it on me. I'll cast it on our desert.
Papoose for puppies!
I'll cast it on our friend of the desert sand, and I'll cast it on Triceratops.
If you understood Triceratops, that means tanks. So you continue to make your way, and you're about halfway through the day when I want to see. Now, what am I being sent? That's exactly what I thought you were going to do. So yeah. So, who's keeping watch? As you are traveling.
I will.
All
Make
is
a
well.
perception check for both of you. One each.
I'll guidance myself. It's 20.
Both good rolls. You're noticing as you're traveling, just slightly north of you, over a few rolling hills, you would just see pillars of smoke that are just gathered up into one large plume.
Oh.
About 2 or 3 miles northward, but it's one of those things of, oh, that's a lot of smoke, which you can just tell from the distance.
Should we go check this out, guys? Point it out to everyone.
Wait. Is this the tribes?
I was thinking
Yeah, I
that
was gonna
maybe
say, how
it's
close
just
are
the
we to the
orcs.
river?
Oh yeah, there was some orchids and
How close are we to the river?
You'll get there by the end of the day.
yeah, we're probably like halfway there.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
because it's on the river.
This just probably isn't them.
Camp on the river.
They might have moved.
Just maybe don't.
They might be coming in to trade. I don't know.
We want to check it
Yeah.
out.
I mean, should we really
They're
go
open to
looking for
trade.
trouble?
They might.
Well,
I mean, I think they might come to us.
yeah, they might send a small party out and ask if we would like assistance in traveling in this
I
area.
mean, that's
They've been
smoke
charging. They've been.
might not- That might be someone like on fire
So
or
we will hear about it.
might need our help.
Hmm.
We should keep moving.
We've had a bit of trouble while traveling. Like 3 times. We've had trouble. So maybe it's smarter not to go looking for it.
No,
We are
keep
escorting
going,
our
but
friend. I do recommend we
be
don't
aware.
go off poking things that don't need to be poked.
I mean, what if Buzz wants to check it out? It might be a good story for him.
He is capable of sentient thought. Why don't we simply ask him?
I am stood right here. Hello, yes.
Precisely.
Buzz, Do you want to go check that out, or do you want to continue?
Oh, I'm not checking out fucking anything, but you can definitely go do your checking of the Alp.
We don't want to put you out if it means going off course. That's all.
It take you about what,
A couple of miles.
2-3 hours, maybe?
Yeah.
Look, I could just sit up here and just have my dinner. And just have a little bit of a chill. Stampy's not very fond of the cold, so he's not moving as quickly as I'd like, so he might take a rest here.
What our employer prefers.
I mean, if you're hungry, you want to eat some food,
I'll just chill here if you want to go check.
I mean, you and your companion can wait here.
Yep.
We've not been introduced to you yet, which is strange.
You're
But
right, you haven't been introduced to them. So
So
are we
if I
going to
go-
go check or not?
sure. Well, if anyone else wants to,
Go
I
check?
defer,
Yeah.
I defer to the pie.
I mean, is it like on the is it on the road? Like, is it
No,
in our
it's
way?
like 2 miles
Or are we
off the
gonna have
road.
to go off the road?
You have to go off the
Then
road for about 2
why
miles.
bother?
Everyone that wants to go check
Leave
it
it.
out, say aye. Aye. Alright, let's go.
Let's leave it.
Runara, I don't think the group wants to go.
I worked it out, yeah. I think I've come to that realization too.
I'm sorry, Runara, but we've just had we've had like a really bad week.
No, it's okay.
I'd not be opposed to it, but I see no reason to leave the caravan behind.
Runara, come
One
talk
must
for a
also
second.
consider that you are currently carrying in tow an infant.
Yeah, but everyone needs our help.
Yeah.
They need our help.
Who might need our help? It is fire. Fire happens for many reasons.
Like warmth, like campfire, like dragon. Bad example.
I mean, I'm trying not to, point out where we are on the map, guys. I
ain't saying shit.
I mean,
I didn't realise-
let's be real. It's right there.
I'm metagaming. I didn't think of that.
It's right
Uh,
there.
The group said,
If you are of the belief that it is some sort of
That's not 2 miles.
I know.
dragons
That's
will fly.
43!
Dragons will do that distance in 10 seconds.
500 meters of time.
Only if you insult them
Um,
by scrying on them.
Honey, I'm going to ask an important question here.
Sure.
Are the smoke plumes in the same position as the red circle on the map?
No.
No.
We're not that far.
No, because we're not at the river yet.
You're definitely not there.
Right.
Let's say you're somewhere about here right now.
It's probably right here.
Okay.
If even. Like, the token is taking up the space of where it would be.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't put your cross across the donkey, otherwise I'll say you killed the donkey. So, you're just going to move along with
Yes,
your day
if you
then?
believe it is some sort of wandering horde making that fire, may I regretfully inform you we are not capable of taking on that sort of numbers.
No, let's just go. Let's just continue to the river.
Okay. As you continue to the river, let's all take a break, because I need to pee.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, so be right back.
We're back.
Okay. Just a quick question. Does anyone remember the name of the orc town that got referenced before by the half-orc, half-ogre in
We
your
did
party?
not get it.
I don't think they named
Oh.
a town.
Or if they did, you were going to tell us it later because you couldn't remember it at the time. Maybe.
No, I'm pretty sure I told you. I just don't want to have to go back and look it up.
This is not this. This is. Yes.
It would have
this
been
is
when you fought the barbarians you would have got this note.
Can't from up north. Mostly Max Sewell? No, that's a different thing.
It's
Carhold?
something.
Carhold. Thank
Yeah.
you. Carhold. Thanking
Got
you, you get a cookie.
Cookie.
It literally
Okay,
says,
cool.
"New ogre son, Carhold, home of sun."
Fantastic. The ogre that was named Hey You,
Yeah.
who is still with you, by the way, but he is now more or less looks like a furball. He's just wrapped
Oh.
like a really big furball. He's wrapped to the heavens. So you make your way,
Have you
continue
considered a
into.
name, friend?
Hmm?
Have you considered on your new name?
Mm-mm.
May I
don't
make
do
a
that.
suggestion?
Hmm. What suggestion, tiny lady thingy?
You seem to be used to being called Hey You. That is
Yes.
not much of a name, but perhaps something similar sounding might ease the transition. Perhaps
What
we could.
condition?
How about Jesus?
Jesus. Hmm. Me likey. Thank you, tiny lady thingy. And
Thank
just
you,
like pats your
Jesus.
head. And if you've
Aw.
ever seen the screenshot of Andre the Giant and the Princess Bride just like hand over her head, like warm, that. Just the entire
Well,
hand.
probably
Just
the back of her
encap-
head because she's got that bloody crown thing on her.
No, his hand's big enough to go over your whole head. Bear in mind, it's a large creature.
Don't worry about his hand.
Just warm. So you guys continue to make your way northward. On this day, as you're beginning, like, because you've now passed Luskin, you're now basically past the border of where you're usually going to get snow and where you're not, and now you're beginning to see, like, the blotches to begin with, you know? Hello, lady. I fucking love Andre the Giant. He was too good to us.
That was amazing.
So you continue upwards, and now you're beginning to see snow as you're going. And it looks like it's probably set for a few days because it's it's watered down. It's more like sludge at the corners of the road now than anything else. As you're traveling and you just keep going throughout your day, most of your day is spent heading, just continuing along the road. You stop for a little bit for food, and then you just keep going. And eventually, when you get to the road, you do see that there's people moving away from you, and you do see they have a very large dire wolf with them. They have stuff slung over its back, like almost like pack mule esque, shall we say? But they're one of them is a very broad-shouldered individual. You're just seeing from the back, and the other one is a thinner-framed individual, with what looks like either something about the size of a halfling or a toddler in between them, or a child, holding hands of both of them as they go. And they're going at a slow, like, trudging pace as they're moving. And you guys eventually even just, like, overtake them as you go. And they're orcs. The male is the shorter, thinner one, and the woman is just the beef. But they are muddied, tired, and even the wolf, like, which is usually a pseudo, like, always competitive to try and like see if it can be the alpha kind of animal naturally, is just they're just tired. And they're just making their way to the northwest, and you pass them out and you continue along your way. As you do, by towards the end of the night, you eventually just see what looks like the most simple outpost you could ever see. in regards to, while it is a large space, like it's very like probably from the side you're seeing, maybe like 1,000 yards worth of space, just like of what you can see from this angle, of just wooden like pillars put up together to form a wall, and very rickety materials put in place of just very early on craft and build.
So, like a basic Celtic fort.
More or less, yeah. A very simple Celtic fort, funnily enough, like most Celtic forts, on a river pass. There is a bridge you can see that's leading out towards your site, and as you guys are continuing along your way, you do see that there are orcs that come out, decked head to toe in armor, portions of which don't match. So, like, a pauldron might be from a dwarven design, but just like raw, like roughly beaten armor on the chest, kind of thing. And they come out from the fort on your side, and they just head northward, like just follow the river straight. And there's maybe 6 of them on Wolfback, Wargback more or less, or even Direwolf, and they're just heading north. And as they are like going north, you can even see that there are, and I mean like they're like pretty much following the river itself. There are people who are coming from that north side that are bruised, battered, injured, all levels of hurt, coming down. Like it's almost like what would be the right way to say, a refugee trail, and they're just making their way towards the fort. And there are 2 orcs and an ogre at the door of the fort, waving people to just come in. One of the orcs that you guys are approaching is actually a half orc who has very decent common, from what you'd gather, and they're speaking out to everyone. They have this kind of slightly graveled voice to them, that they're just saying out to everyone that there's food and there's warm stuff inside for anyone who needs it to just make their ways. And it is just refugee after refugee after refugee. And as you guys are beginning to, like, you're just like more or less at them at this point, the ogre reaches over and just pulls up this, what would be a great axe for even someone like Wittig, but in his hand it's just a battle axe. He's got this kind of really hastily made armor. Like, more or less pieces are just, like, hammered and bolted together, like a that'll do kind of situation. The half-orc steps up to you all as the other orc, this older one that's got this kind of, like, grey muzzle almost to them, and, like, lower face of just, like straggly hair. The older one just keeps ferrying people in, but begins moving in a way to keep himself between you guys and the refugees as they're going in. There's maybe another 20 refugees going in. The half-orc steps up to you all. We're going to need you all to stay back a little bit whilst we get these people in, and we're going to need to find out where you're from, what you're doing here, and who you work for before we allow you in. So obviously it's going to take time, but we just got to make sure those people are okay, and then we're going to let you in.
Okay.
Yeah, of
Okay.
course. We can wait.
Yeah, take your time.
That's just a quick
Yes.
question. To get across the bridge, we have to go inside the fort, or
You will have to.
there's no other.
If there was a bridge here previously, the fort was built around it.
Yeah, that's fine. I wanted to check. Okay. Cool.
God
How
damn
late is
border
it?
crossings. Fuck.
There's always a toll or something.
It's about 8 in the afternoon, which is definitely, the sun's about...
Sun's
We'd be
getting
looking
real
at setting up camp soon.
Didn't want to say it, because the fucking joke got made earlier.
Sun's getting real low.
I will
No,
fucking kill you. There's an ogre right there. I'll have him Hulk you.
No, it's not. The sun's getting low.
We're
You
not
can't
till-
walk out.
Yeah.
We all know that did not work.
carry on.
And the whole hand thing, like, I'm just
Carry
gonna
on.
Great.
It didn't work for Thor.
Your
It
hand's gonna
definitely
get
didn't
broken.
work for Thor. Unless you want to fuck this ogre.
Well,
Anyway.
You know.
keep our options open.
Anyway.
If There's a possibility. Alright, I'll shut up.
Yeah, I would just.
We'll get our papers
Tangent.
ready.
I will. Yeah, I'll kind of lean over to like whoever's in the front, probably Runara and someone who always keep watch, and just be like, if it's getting late, they might accept medical aid if we want to stay here overnight.
Yeah, I was thinking if these people do look hurt, I was thinking of maybe using that as a bargaining chip. Maybe.
The
Might be an idea
half
as
orc
well.
that's up to you guys as well. He's actually got like a decently crafted breastplate on, and he's got like the helmet that has the spike down the middle for the nose as the nose guard. It just comes down over the neck at the back. Well crafted longsword at the side, and as you're there with them, you can actually see that there is, whilst it's now slightly weathered, there is a Neverwinter crest with a written and probably like an A3 page like size thing just written up with a seal and stamp at the bottom of it, and it's just been like nailed to a post, and you can read it when you pass, but it is more or less a declaration that this is Carhold, and it is respected and identified as the 11th town.
Oh, okay.
And that any assault upon this is assault directly on Neverwinter and will be rebuked equivalently.
So basically, nobody do anything bad here, or the king will fuck us up.
Yes. Basically, this is one of the 10 towns, effectively,
Yes.
and we're working for the king of the 10 towns right now, so we're good.
You're
Especially
good.
Just
Just don't.
Still
don't do
behave.
anything stupid.
Serenades.
Don't turn into a bear.
Boy, I ain't done anything for a while.
Because I haven't
didn't say
given you the
names.
chance.
Your track record hasn't been great, mate.
Yeah.
Just focus on the puppy. It's okay.
Puppy good.
anytime you feel
Therapy
the
dog.
urge, yeah, just look at the puppy and go, no, it's not what she
father
would
now.
want.
Don't turn, in,
Now, I
don't
can't
turn
do
into the puppy.
stuff
You have
anymore.
responsibilities.
Oh, just put this out there. Ollie, we didn't need to buy milk. You could have just turned into a female dog and fed them yourself.
Oh no.
No!
Biologically, it would have worked.
Moving
even
swiftly on.
I will
Actually
say this
worked.
though: you can't change your gender with wild shape. So
Alright.
nah.
That's fair.
Even if we could, just logically as well, they don't actually just give milk on demand.
No,
They
Yeah.
have to,
it'd be
they
weird.
have to be lactating, and with
There's
a
a reason
child.
I'm cutting it off at the point of.
Can we move
Okay.
on?
Firstly, it's just that he's a male. I'm not even going to
Not
consider
have to be
anything
female
else.
to lactate, but it raises questions.
Alright, let's continue.
Don't ask the biology nerd.
Yeah, let's not go there. Because that would just awaken a brain that I don't want to open. So you guys are waiting.
Yep.
As more people are coming in, more and more, and you can just see like it's more or less got a vantage point where it's got a slight the kind of like upside down V kind of points over a bridge where that's like a cover, and then there's like a standing point for anyone to look over from atop the bridge, and you can see
Honey?
that there's.
Curls wants to talk.
Oh, sorry, girls.
No, it's okay. Can I keep an ear out, and as people are kind of going in and passing, can I, like, are any of them whispering about what's going on? Like,
Make
is
a
there any
perception
like
check.
names or things coming up? Why do I keep volunteering for these when I'm really not any good at this?
Hey, welcome to the life of Thane, where it's like I do this too. All right.
I have a +1, but I try.
Wait, what's going on?
That's what we're trying to find out.
I'm trying to work out.
Oh no, sorry.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
trying to work
about
out what's
say
going on
it's
here.
Something that had happened.
Nah, I'm trying to eavesdrop and see what's been causing these guys trouble.
I'm gonna say that's all you can hear. Like that's the only word you get. As you're continuing, and there is the battlement point where there's just a bunch of people who are, about 3 or 4 people, a tiefling, a half elf, half orc and orc are all like up there, like watching down at everything. And yes, Neroyn.
Are any of them talking common, giant, primordial, or gnomish?
There are some of them that are in fact speaking common.
Then I can interpret what they are saying.
Yeah, I would assume that's why I can.
That's such a strange and rare language.
I would drag you away just to spite you, but I'm just going to say it here. Knights have been attacking people.
Yeah, I had night. Yeah.
So if we're in a line, I presume, going into this place, there's like a queue of people in front of us and behind us.
More or less, there's a queue of people who are coming from the side first, and you're just coming from the main road, and you're being asked to wait.
So they're basically going downriver, whereas the orcs we saw went upriver, like to where they came from, right?
Potentially.
I'm gonna try and like catch somebody, like just ask them like what's going on.
I will say, just to explain, the half orc that's there is deliberately keeping you guys separate from anyone who's coming in as a refugee, because more or less it's like they're like got a J shape of how they're going into the city, and you're just coming in a straight line from right to left. So you're just waiting whilst he gets them through. He's asked you to wait.
Yeah, basically, our customs agent is having us in one line, and then the other custom agents are bringing other people in.
Yeah, we're now in the non-EU citizen line now.
Oh god, there it is.
And they're in the EU citizen line. Sorry guys, we've got to wait.
Oh god.
It's like, woo!
Brexit talk and D&D, wow.
Sorry, I keep bringing that up. Okay,
Look, just every one of you marry me and then divorce me, and you'll all get EU citizenship. You're fine.
So, am I able to?
I'll speedrun you all in one day. Let's go.
I'm gonna try and catch somebody like who's just like walk like I presume there's somebody who's leaving the place. Next to us.
No, there isn't anyone leaving. There's only people going in right now. Nobody's going out.
I'm gonna try if I can just catch somebody.
You're being kept separate to the point where.
So let's maybe wait with the rest of us.
Reach. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's just wait.
Like 20, 30 feet between you. It's not like you could just like go, hey, at one person, because firstly they're saying you guys, and they're nervous, and they're just going to the people that they seem to like. The one thing you can at least say that these people do look like they're getting feel relieved when they're getting in the city. Well, it's not a city. It's not even barely a town.
Outpost.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nara. I thought I'd just try and see if I can find out what's a bit more of an idea what's going on, because there seems to be a lot of refugees coming this way.
Something about knights. I don't know.
So we'll get a chance to ask. Let's just let them get these people in, then we can find out.
I'll ask our customs guard here. Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
I understand you wanted to know who we worked for earlier.
Yes.
We actually work for the King of Neverwinter. We are.
I present my crest.
Yeah.
Oh, thank. Okay. That's
also,
gonna make things easier.
Where are all these refugees coming from, if I may ask?
Outposts and small hamlets that are around the area have been getting attacked. Names have been thrown out as to who's responsible. Names have been thrown out as to who's instigated it and who was acting in defense of themselves. Right now, all we know, these people are hurt, and there are people who are actively hurting them. So we're going to keep these people in here and safe. We can't just throw names, because as you know, that gets messy.
Yes.
So, by you've said that, am I to understand that that would not be the Gith then?
The who?
Hmm.
No.
Well, that's good.
Or bad, depending.
Yeah. Look, is there any way we can help? I mean, we've got.
Look, there's a captain I've got inside there. Just hold on a sec. And he's Garthonk, and the ogre just like stands there. And he like steps up towards you guys and just like steps forward, and just like watches you as the be right just a sec. And he just like he goes in, to the place, and there's maybe like 5 minutes or so as they get the last few people in, and as they do, this older orc comes out next to the half orc. He's probably like head and shoulders taller, and he's got this. He's got one eye, but it's this bright blue color. And he is the typical orc boss or warlord kind of character. In regards to he's big, he's bulky, he's an older character. Yeah.
Because pretty much half of the.
An eye.
Well, I mean, if you look at most places, like, oh, here's the warlord. He has one eye. Why?
Yep.
Why is they all like this?
He's got
Well,
a battle
orcs
axe
have an
that
excuse
makes noise
because
when
of
he swings it.
Grumash.
Yeah, true.
It's an occupational hazard.
Yes,
People shoot at your face.
Triggered.
Yeah, I took your eye.
He got better.
He healed.
I'll never forget your fake eye ping pong balling out like ding, 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 ding. God, that was fun. Anyway. This older orc steps out. He has the helmet he's got on has just got this single like you can tell it's like one of those things where it was like just belted in to just like stay kind of point on the thing, but it is got a Neverwinter crest on top of it. Alright. Who are all you?
Hi, my folks and I we're here to help for as part of Neverwinter for the king.
Has he sent you to help us particularly?
Well, no.
No.
We're on the mission further north, but we need to pass through, and we're willing to help whatever way we can.
Yeah.
Well, we've
So
got a lot of people injured here. You could help them if you've got any healies.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
I can heal.
We probably need somewhere to stay the night as well. If there's space here for us to camp for the night,
Well-
we'll certainly help where we can as well. Payment.
You're more than welcome to stay in the fort. But I've got a lot of people who aren't adventurers, because it clearly is.
Clearly.
But I've got a lot of people who are from houses that just been burnt down, that have had shit happen to them, that they need to sleep in somewhere where it's warm and they can feel safe. You lot don't need that, in fairness, compared to them.
No, just some
If there's
space.
space left over, I'll let you know.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, all we need is some open space. We don't worry about us about anything else. Just the protection of the walls would be nice.
You're more than welcome in. We didn't expect this influx, so our stocks are getting a bit mashed up. If you could keep to your own rations, we'd appreciate it if you have them.
We can do that too.
Because a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
these people were from hamlets and places that are doing a lot of farming that we've now lost out on as it's about to hit winter.
No, don't worry. We can look after ourselves. Literally just the safety of the walls.
Of course, yeah.
What's happened? Why the influx of people? What's going on?
Well, to what I know, and this is only from what one or two people come back and are able to say, and you just begin hearing a war horn sound out from the north in the distance, and he just jolts, and the other guards that are there jolt. Get in right now. Talk later. Get in.
You hear them? Come on, move
He
it,
just steps out of the way, and you guys like
We're moving.
get in.
move it.
Yeah, we're
Both your carts get in. He's the captain is the last one to get in, but he just pulls out this like one side is flat and the other side is just this massive curved blade, and like the very tip of it all the way down is red. Just pulls out this massive great sword and just like holding it up, and he's just like he's got his foot on what would be the bridge at like the side that is closest to the other side of the river, and he's just waiting as you guys pull in. And after maybe half a minute, you just see that he just like leans back a bit, and just two orcs on warg back just like dash in, just covered in blood. One of them is more or less keeled on top of his wolf, and it's more like the wolf is just running in before he just like waits again for pulling in. Close it out. And you can just begin already hearing the as the gate gets pulled up and in. The orcs that are there.
Battlements or some such?
Yeah, there are people at the battlements now, and you can already see that there's some people that are just. And when you come in, it is very simple, but you can tell that there has been a lot of effort put in. Several portions of the town are still being constructed right now. And you can see that there's craftsmen around. A lot of them would be, say, from Iron Masters. There's a lot of dwarves here that are actually like working on construction. But when the inside horn gets sounded, you can see that a lot of the dwarves actually just drop their tools and just go over to, because there's just racks of weapons that have just been left out in the square, and they're picking up axe, shield, hammer, whatever it is, and they're just like, moving themselves to get ready and help.
In the back of our car, I'm assuming we've got like a box or like a crate that's got like some hay in from the horses.
I'd say you want somewhere to leave the pups. You could just leave them
somewhere...
with Voss in that kind of like safety box.
Let Faust look after.
I will look after the babies, because I am doing any of that. That is not in my job.
I'm following the line of dwarves and orcs and all they run in.
Which is a really weird mashup to see. And I will just continue to describe that within the city itself, you can see that there are 2 or 3, from your side you can't tell with the plumes of smoke, but there are at least 2 forges that you can see. And there are people who are working practically just non-stop, just keep working, and when they hear the horn, they're just like hammering and trying to work faster, and they're just making as much as they can. Armor, weapons, everything. But this fort leads up, and it actually has another like smaller tower, but the tower's made out of wood at the top. It's more like an inner keep, and you can see that there are people. There's a drawbridge between that point and the point of where you are now. It's like 2 separate settings of place, and the people are being like escorted up. Anyone who's basically not a soldier is being escorted up into the upper one. And as they're going down, you can actually just begin hearing like ground shaking around you. And from one side where there's very little construction being done right now, you can just see very lazily a hill giant is pulling itself up, waking up, and just reaches for a club and just starts standing up and making its way over towards the gate. Just, you can tell this guy's got arrows that haven't been removed yet from him, just dotting him, but for him, it's like a fucking bug bite.
And I'm going to run and try and get up on the battlements so we can sort of see what's coming and what's going on, to get a better view.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with Runar.
I'll fly up.
Yeah, I'll head up.
The orc captain.
Yeah, the orc captain is, he does make his way up to essentially like the center point above what would be the bridge. And you make your way up there, and you're one of those kind of people like, okay, he's weird, but I'm not telling him to stop.
I'm going to turn to King. Are you able to? Would you be able to check? Be able to have a bit of a surveillance, a bit of the what's happening over the gates at all? I know that you still have. I remember you having your companion to be able to check.
I haven't had the opportunity to resummon.
I would have said you'd been able to resummon it over the
I don't think
course
we have
of
the
it.
cash. It's like 50 gold.
Would someone have given him 50 gold?
I'll
know
give
who
him
has got
50 gold. I'll give him 50 gold.
We know who has got 50 gold. Your mates.
Then yes, I'll have Cat have a look.
Okay.
Because I've
your
summoned
cat's
Cat
immediately
earlier,
killed.
apparently. I say as I cast Mage Armor and False Life on myself.
Fair enough.
Han, you've frozen.
Oh dear, the DM.
It's not.
Okay, we're good.
Mar? Am I okay?
You're good.
Hello?
Bit choppy, but yeah.
You've caught up.
Okay.
I said I could
Um,
cast Mage Armor and False Life myself as
Got
I
it.
send out Cat.
You're like, self-protection! Yeet! The cat flies up. As they do, you can just see, like, coming from the forest, on horseback there is a man. And he's got something in his hand that you can't quite see. And it's like something in a bag. And just begins like spinning it when he gets within like 30 feet and just throws it. And you just hear, "Orc scum!" as the bag comes loose and the head rolls out of it and gets thrown over the wall. And as you can see from that side, there's just that person right now. And in frustration and anger, the captain just like points out, "Kill him!" And you can already just see that there's a few people trying to shoot arrows out towards him, but his horse is barded, and and he's heavily armored. He's in a plate armor, and it just ding, ding, ding. Either they're just out of range, or these are not going to be people who reliably would hit someone in this good armor.
How far away is he?
30 feet from where you guys are.
30 feet.
Well, roughly 30. Like, depending on where you are, he's between 45, 50, 60 to 30. Because he came quite
A
close.
sacred flame.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can we see him from the battlements?
Oh, you can definitely see him from the battlements.
Are we
Yeah.
battlements now?
It's a DC 15 dex save.
Fireball.
Just like from the fingertip.
They were expecting arrows, they weren't expecting this.
So we're all on the battlements.
And we're just going to start launching attacks.
Some of us went on the battlements.
I mean, that's what they're doing.
Some people want the cathartics of beating up a knight, so
Like wherever the king is right now. Still
that's a
next
7. So he definitely takes that. Miss and a miss on the firebolt and the chill touch.
Yeah.
You do cast your hex. What do you affect him with for the ability check?
Dex.
Okay, he won't be able to hide or do acrobatics all that well, but that's okay. He does fail the Sacred Flame, so he takes 7 points of Radiant from the Knight. Anyone else doing anything else, or...?
No. Just watching.
Okay, he takes... Ooh, nice. He takes 7 points from you. The blast hits him, and you just see, like, his horse nearly, like, bucks off as it does, because, well, let's see if he handles it. Because it wasn't expecting magic. Oh, no. The horse bucks him off.
Yeah.
Startled by the radiant magic, because clearly not meant to deal with that. He falls, and he's in the field, so he just, like, sinks into mud, more or less, and it just gets covered up a bit. And there is just, like, sounds of laughter from people on the inside. But, Widdick, he does, the captain looks towards you. If you bring in his head, I'll give you 100 gold. And that's
Yes,
where we're
we're
going to start out next week.
Oh,
Hey.
wow.
So,
Righto!
Think of all the blankets I could buy for the puppies.
No,
by killing him,
I'm
it's
actually
clearly
more
a
going,
racist.
Ooh, armor! Mike!
Dead. No, no.
Yeah, not
think
Nemo?
The thing
I'm
that
tired.
Okay.
I don't understand
Good
how
night,
you
Much
keep awake for so
Sleep
long.
well.
End it
Oh.
I was
soon.
able to go
Goodbye,
to like
everybody.
sleep.
Go sleep, my lad. Much love.
Bye-bye.
sleep dude. See ya.
Good night.